So you still making your list?
Yeah, I'm not lying. I don't even need 100 people. Like I'm dead thinking about it. I do not need 100 people to beat this gorilla up.
Yo, all right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a new episode of the NVO podcast. Y'all already know I'm your host Jay, host right here Ty. It's been 2 weeks since we last recorded. I had a stomach bug. If y'all are out there suffering from the stomach bug, or if y'all went through what I went through, not a game out here. Make sure that y'all safe. Make sure that y'all not around people that got the stomach bug. Treat them like it was COVID and quarantine, please, because it's not a game out here, all right?
Nah, what was you doing to that bathroom?
Brother, you don't even want to know. It was coming out of both ends, pause. But anyways.
Oh, nah.
Anyways.
That just made me want to throw up.
Yeah, anyways. You know, it's a lot that we missed out on. It's a lot of things that's been going on. Obviously, the weather's been looking beautiful outside. You already know basketball has been picking up. Baseball's been picking up as well, too. So has football, along with hockey. And a lot of trending topics outside of sports as well, too. Right now, Ty's over here making a list of 100 New York's finest going against the gorilla. We don't know who he got,
the
so
real
we're going to pick.
problem is that, like, yo, you do not actually, like, need 100 people to beat the gorilla. But, like, if you want to make it interesting, like, you come up with, like, a list of 100 people from New York to kill the gorilla.
Now, I got a question. Is this gorilla, like, in captivity in the zoo, or
Nah,
is this a gorilla in the...
Like, this is a top-tier gorilla. Like
he's
like,
top of the
he's a
food
real
chain,
silverback. Like, his muscles are popping out of his
like
head.
filet-o type, almost. That's what he is.
Whoa, I don't even know what that means. That's crazy.
Well, you know, it has to do with your color of your sweat.
Oh,
But
yeah?
Anyways, though. So, let's hear the 100 people that you got right now.
Nah, all right. So, I'm not like, some people gonna die. Like, it is what it is. So, we need people to sacrifice themselves.
Right.
So, we're gonna start off with 10 crackheads.
Okay.
Then, we're gonna go with 10 more, but from Harlem. Like, Harlem crackheads are different. It's not the same breed.
So, they got like a...
Nah, they got a little extra oomph.
They got like a serum in them?
Yeah,
that
like,
makes them different?
and then we're gonna pick 10 YNs.
Okay.
Like, I'm like, those first 30, like,
Specifically from where?
nah, wherever you want. Brooklyn.
I'm going to say RPT.
Nah, Brooklyn, Bronx, wherever, like, they're all the same. Nah, because you can't take them from any of the projects, because we need 10 of our best people from the projects.
All right. You're right. Go ahead.
Then we're going to get 10 hockey players, Rangers, Islanders, doesn't matter. I'm not either. Rangers is the way to go. Then we're going to need some beef. Pause, major pause. Hockey players, Rangers. We already got those. We're gonna get some football players. That defensive line from the Giants.
Right.
We sending them. They gotta come. And then we pick some of the O linemen too. Then we're gonna go with 2 of FDNYs. Firefighters are tough.
2 FDNYs?
No, 10. All of these are in increments of 10. Like, firefighters are tough. I'm not gonna lie. Like they run into buildings and carry people out that are on fire. Then we're gonna get 10 Dominicans with pasolas. Yo, the Dominicans come with the pasolas. I'm not lie, that's dangerous.
Okay.
Then we're gonna get 10 dudes from Rikers, and then we're gonna finish it off with 10 Puerto Ricans off some Henny or Coquitos. Yo, those people, I'm telling you, 20 to 30 people.
Offended or what, bro?
Nah, I'm not lying, Puerto Ricans.
And Coquito. What else?
Nah, Puerto Ricans off some liquor. Those are some wild dudes. Or we could split it. 5 Mexicans, 5 Puerto Ricans off some liquor. Yo, I'm not lying. The other day, I was in the spot. Yo, I saw a 5-foot Mexican beat the shit out of a 6-foot brolic ass big dude. Like, I was in shock. Nah, and then he hit him with the bottle. I'm not lying. Like, yo, you get the right people off of some liquor, like, they turn into superheroes.
They aliens for a reason.
Yeah, and then we got the crackers. I'm not lying. The crackers are gonna put in pain. Like, we're using them as a sacrifice, but they're gonna bug out.
That's gonna put in pain.
That's
Nah.
insane.
They're gonna give diseases to the gorilla.
Nah, I'm not lying, yo. You
The gorilla might back away.
nah. Some of these people are invincible. Like, nothing's stopping them.
I know. How many people you think die? How many men
Nah,
died?
I'm
What's
not
your
lying.
projection?
I'm gonna be honest. Like, I think like 30 to 40. Like, and that would be high. Like, in reality, like,
That would be high.
nah. But think about it like this. Like, if you get like your 100 best humans, like 10 to 20 are dying against a gorilla. Now, if you get like these are some average people, but most of these are above average. But if you get like 100 me's, like 50 to 60.
Us.
Like,
We're not gonna
if you
make
split
it.
me and Jared 50-50, like 60 of us are
10
dying.
O's, 10
But like, if
O's,
you get
it's
like
a
the
wrap.
above
We die,
average,
for sure.
like, nah, I'm not lying though. I just don't think like the gorilla's not as big as people think. Like, he's strong, But
so have you
he's not-
seen a gorilla in person?
Nah, I've seen a gorilla in person, bro. They're
So
not.
what are you talking
They're
about?
not
It's
like
big.
huge, like.
Nah, they are huge.
Nah,
Hey,
they, bro. But it's not like a bear. Like if it was a bear, I'd be like, oh.
Yeah, bro, have you seen a gorilla for real?
Nah, I'm
Now I
alright.
want to see him go up against
Nah,
a gorilla.
first of all-
Silverback.
First of all,
Off the wake. Like I want to see how you.
nah, a grizzly bear is destroying a gorilla.
Nobody's saying that. What we're saying is you versus the gorilla.
Oh
That's
nah,
what we're saying.
I said 50 to 60 of me are dying.
So I just asked Gemini.
Nah, I think 50 of me could kill. Nah,
it says
maybe-
20 to 50 deaths for sure, plus deaths.
All right, so yeah, you had a good projection.
Yeah, nah, bro, that gorilla's going down. Like no
It's-
matter
That
what.
gorilla's going down.
The AI said men will win if, you know.
Nah, but I
Look at
will
the
say
number.
this: like the bigger question is like, yo, like if you got like a group of them,
Now,
how many
whoever's,
humans would it take? Because if it's a group of them, I'm like, it takes a lot of
Nah,
humans.
it's a group of.
Because think about it, you
got it.
like I'm not like think about it like this. Like if it's just one gorilla, we basically just jumping you, bro. Like we coming from all angles. We aiming for the lowest of territories, like balls, legs, knees, everything, nose, teeth. Like, but people gonna die. Like,
of course.
you just need some people that be like, all right, I'm with it. I'm with it. I want to die.
He
Like,
said balls, legs.
nah, I'm not lying though.
I
We
just-
fighting dirty too. Like, we jumping you and we fighting dirty.
It says that the
Yo.
gorilla in the first few minutes can kill 5 or 10 more.
Nah, I'm not lying.
Fred, he's talking.
I'm gonna be honest, yo. Those first couple of minutes gonna be bad.
Within the
Like,
it says within the first few seconds.
nah, cause yo, he's gonna grab one person and just start swinging the person around. So like, you gotta corner him. You gotta hit him from the back.
I'm not
You gotta
too,
jump on top of him.
I'm not too informed on how their strength is when it comes to time. So that can also be a factor when it comes to facing 100 men in a ring or
I got
something.
a question though. Like our friend group, who do you think would die first if it was all of us? Like,
Not me, cause
yeah, not me. I know I'm not dying. If it was Juan and if it like we trying to Austin, and I'm trying.
nah,
to
Austin would definitely be the first one to go, cause he gonna think that he could take the gorilla on by himself. He's like, yo, bro, I got this, bro. 1-on-1.
Bro, do that gorilla know me? Yo, Austin, you know it's love, bro. It's no beef at all.
Yeah, I'll try to
Yo,
negotiate with the gorilla.
I'll be
real
real.
quick.
If it
Nah,
was-
Cyrus is definitely gonna try to talk the gorilla down, try to calm him down.
I feel like if we had Smooth on our side, Smooth would be able to relate to the gorilla. I don't know. I feel like we'll be able to.
Nah,
get
Smooth
away
is
with
definitely gonna be one of the first ones going. He's gonna attack the gorilla. He's gonna be like, you ape, I'm ape.
it. Straight up, off rip. Nah, I don't think our friend group survives though.
Nah, no.
Nah, we don't got enough. We don't got
we're not
enough.
surviving.
Yeah, I don't think.
Nah,
we got
you
five
dead
hours.
need like, you need 100 solid people. Nah, you need 100 solid people so a lot of y'all don't die.
But the thing is, a lot of us will die. So it's not like you have any options or choice. So you're gonna have to sign a contract on the fact you're gonna die if you face this gorilla.
I'm trying to think of like all the friends that I got. I'm like, she's done.
Nah,
Man, I don't got 100 people in mind, but if I was to be honest, I mean,
Imagine Randy versus the gorilla.
nah,
Yo, let me just. Boom. He's getting
Nah,
dragged.
Randy's gonna run.
Randy gonna put his hat on top. Nah, you can't see my face. You can't see my face. But all right, so we got that out the way. We talked about the gorillas. We talked about that going on.
comment down who y'all think will win.
Word. Let me know who y'all think will win.
Nah,
Let me
New
know
York
if y'all
versus the
squad.
gorilla?
Let me know if one y'all like his squad, and then also tell us what squad that y'all would come up
Cartel
with.
versus the gorilla.
Right, a cartel taking that W.
Nah, that cartel is not losing a lot of people.
Yeah, but you there's no in this conversation you can't use no object. It's just straight.
That's what I wanted to ask. Too.
Force.
Is there any type of weapons
Nah,
we
no
can
weapons.
use? It's straight hands.
Yeah, straight hands.
Bro, we're done. What are you talking about?
I'm not lying. We got. I'm thinking about like really like that gorilla doesn't stand a chance. Like 100 people, like yo, bro, like people get jumped by like 2 or 3 people and get beat up. Like imagine like 100 people jumping you.
I'm just saying though.
Like because it's not 1-on-1. Like
The crackheads might bite you back though. I'm gonna tell you why. They gonna look at that gorilla and
Nah,
be
they
like,
gonna
hey,
bite
this
the
my
gorilla.
pet. This my
Probably
pet
start
monkey.
asking the gorilla for money.
Right. Yo, unless you tell them like, yo, that gorilla got some crack in him, then it
nah,
might be different.
I'm not lying. 100 rats from New York could beat the gorilla.
Now you bugging
Where we
me.
getting 100 rats from?
Where
Have
100
you not seen the subway stations?
So you're gonna collect each rat.
Yo,
that you
I'm not
see?
saying that you gotta collect them. I'm just saying, yo, like if there was 100 of them, I'm like, they're gonna bite the shit out of that gorilla.
That gorilla gonna look at it as a snack. Thank you, appreciate that.
No cap.
Nah,
Eat
100.
real. Eat
Nah.
100 easily.
I'm
Right.
kidding. I'm kidding.
That-
1,000?
That was an absurd
1,000
statement.
rats.
1,000 got him.
Easy.
Nah, that was an absurd
Maybe
statement.
even 500 rats.
You could chat GBT that too.
Yeah, you could.
1,000
chat
rats
GPT.
versus a gorilla.
I think.
But
I think that one wins.
I'm not like, does chat GBT understand what a New York rat is? Like, there's a difference.
There's a difference.
Well, moving on from this topic, though. We're going to switch and go right into the playoffs. So far, the last remaining teams happen to be the Thunder, the Nuggets, Warriors, and Wolves. And then on the east side, we have
The Knicks.
Celtics, and then we also have the Cavs and the Indiana Pacers. Any surprises, any disappointments that you've seen so far with those playoffs?
I think this has actually been like one of the best playoffs because like I don't really think that anybody could say like this team is the favorite.
Right.
Like there's too many good teams. Any of the teams still there could have a chance except for Cleveland.
First of all, the biggest surprise has to be the Knicks winning 2 on the road in Boston. Now, obviously, they lost badly on Saturday against the Celtics, got their
Very
ass
bad.
whooped. But they end up playing
It's
in about,
embarrassing.
what time is it, 7:17? They play at 7:40. So we're going to see whether or not Boston ties the series or the Knicks take a 3-1 lead. If the Knicks take a 3-1
the
lead,
Knicks
just
can't
book.
lose this game.
Yeah,
bro.
just book their trip to the Eastern Conference Finals if they go up 3-1. If the
I
Celtics
wanna
win
say
tonight,
book it.
The
Like,
NBA scriptwriters are going crazy
Yeah,
right
I'ma
now.
be real, the
Indiana
Celtics-
versus the Knicks.
word, that's going to be elite.
That's a nice
But if the
series.
Celtics do win tonight, though, we already know, we all agree in unison that the Celtics are going to end up winning because if you give them momentum back and winning 2
Nah, it's not
in the
that.
MSG,
It's just not like
bad.
yo, like even well, if they lose today, like the Celtics could still win. Like they have so much talent on
You
that
have
team.
that much faith in them to win 3-1?
It's insane
Bro,
to
they
win
coulda-
3-1.
Nah, it's like crazy.
If they go 3-1.
like just to see how good their team is. Like the Knicks can't lose. Like the Knicks should be playing every game. Like they can't lose.
But the problem is, you got to think about it, right? The Knicks, for example, in the first 2 games were down by 20-plus points in each of those first 2
And
games.
Porzingis was.
Yeah,
Nah,
but you also gotta think about it. Like
So,
the Celtics have been folding like
Yeah.
chairs.
because of defense.
Let's not say Celtics. Let's say who the 2 culprits are. Jaylen
Brown
Brown and
and
Jason
Tatum.
Tatum. That's really who it is.
Nah, I don't know.
Because Tatum
what's
should have
going
took it
on
home
with
for them in
Tatum.
game 1. Well, actually, Brown had the
I mean,
ball,
he
got it
played-
stripped from him.
I mean, they play
In
well.
game 2, he did horrible.
Shout out Mikal Bridges. Shout out
Shout
OG
Mikal
Anunoby.
Bridges, right. He had a fourth quarter
Nah,
that
Mikal
definitely was legendary.
Got traded 5 picks for him. He better show up.
No lie, for example, if this Knicks team end up beating the Celtics, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, they'll give Indiana Pacers some run for
Nah,
their money out there.
I think they would be the favorites in that series.
Nah, I don't think so.
Knicks against the Pacers?
They'll be the underdog.
Nah, I don't think so. I
think
mean,
they'll be the
honestly
underdog.
speaking, the fact
If
that
the
they
Knicks
no,
get past the Celtics, we're going to the finals.
Yeah,
That's the way I'm
100%.
looking at it.
yeah, that I
Yo,
believe.
Gotham
but,
City, get ready.
But I did want to
Call the National Guard if the Knicks go to the finals.
gonna
You said World
combust.
Series?
Yeah,
Nah,
it
I'm
was
not
bad.
lying.
It was bad.
You said World Series?
I did.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you said World
I
Series.
didn't say World Series. You said World
I
Series?
did not hear anybody say
I
that.
didn't
I
say
thought you
World
said World Series.
No.
Nah, but if the Knicks make it to
Call the
NBA
National Guard.
Finals, like, bro,
Tell the government to send their best men.
I might never stop celebrating.
It's one thing to make the finals. If they win the finals, I don't think New York City is gonna be New York City no more. It's gonna be blown.
It's
up.
gonna be Jalen Brunsonville,
Speaking of, you owe him an apology,
You do.
bro.
Again.
bro.
Another apology. There's no
I'm
way
not
none of y'all
lying,
can say he's not the best player in the playoffs right now.
Nah, that is crazy. He's not better than Jokic right now.
Look in
Jokic
the,
has been horrible these last.
yeah,
few
look in the fourth quarter, my boy. Okay, in terms of the better player, Jokic is better. We know understand it. But the best player in the playoffs
Nah, by far he's having the best postseason
and the most
out of
and the
anyone.
most clutch player in the playoffs,
I mean,
Jalen Brunson.
he won the most clutch award. Like,
exactly.
He is. Nah, he's killing it. Like if they, the only way the Knicks win today is if Jalen Brunson
40
has his-
ball.
Yeah, like
That,
he
but
gotta
also,
go crazy.
Cat has to contribute as well too.
I agree.
I need
Yeah.
Cat to have a big game. I need him to have a 30-point game.
I'm gonna lie, you some of that plátano power. You better have some mango before
And
you.
like
After all that, like I forget that Cat. I'm trying to see the Cat that is out there. This is what movies is made of. That's the Cat I want
Nah.
to see.
Yo, we need Mikal
I will
Bridges
say
on
this
point,
though,
too.
Carl
OG
Anthony
too.
Towns,
Yeah.
he's played a good series
No,
so
he
far.
has.
He's giving you that like Kentucky version of Carl Anthony.
But what
Towns.
is it
like,
that Shaq
yo,
always
like,
says though?
like I always say, like a few episodes ago, I was like, yo, like he doesn't play with his back to the basket. He doesn't post up. This series, he's been getting to work. And my thing is that like, yo, he has to like, bro. They be having Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum on him. Like he gotta expose that. Like if he has a 25-point game and Jalen Brunson has a 30-point game, like the Knicks win.
Yeah, it's unbeatable. On top of that, OG Anunoby, he's been struggling these last few games, but
He plays good defense though.
he plays good defense. Not
Nah,
only
he
that,
locks.
when he scores,
And Mitchell Robinson making damn free throws.
yeah, that's pretty bad. But OG
Doesn't
Anunoby
make
definitely
free
has to
throws.
show up. And Mikal Bridges, he's showing up on the defensive end as well too. But it's just everybody has to be contributing on the offensive end. It doesn't have to always be on.
And you know what it's gonna be? The difference in the game is gonna be someone who's not expected to. That's how these games happen. Like
a campaign.
But Cameron Payne only played 5 minutes last game.
Again, that's Tibbs.
Yeah, Tibbs.
That's Tibbs always sticking to the 6-man rotation, 7-man rotation instead of.
We're right there. We're right there. We just need to win tonight.
I feel like Tibbs is not a championship coach. He's the one that leads you to the championship.
I will say this.
It's sad.
I will say this. If the Knicks win tonight, they're probably going to lose Game 5. That Game 6 at Madison Square Garden
it's gonna
will be legendary.
Erupt.
If the Knicks beat the Celtics, it might... Honestly, it sounds kind of sad, but like that might be our championship. Like right there, we're looking at it like, oh my God, like we built the team to beat the team. Because in reality, this Knicks team was built to beat the Celtics. Like the Knicks' goal this entire season was get past the Celtics. You get past the Celtics, you afraid of Indiana?
Hell no.
No. Like who's coming out the West? Nobody knows who's coming out the West right now.
I know who's coming out the West.
Who's coming out the West?
Timberwolves.
I've been saying it.
Timberwolves is big.
Minnesota's coming out the West.
Listen, if you think whoever's gonna win that series of OKC versus the Nuggets is gonna beat the Timberwolves, you out your damn mind.
You know what's crazy? Like this is gonna be like the most painful shout out for a lot of people to give. Not really for me, but Rudy Gobert. Yo, what is getting into Rudy Gobert?
You just got me mad with that name.
Bro, I'm mad too. And like it never made sense, but him and Julius Randle.
Thank you. That's who you should have said first, Julius Randle. I've been real disrespectful on Julius Randle, especially when he was a Knick and averaged 17 points in the playoffs for the Knicks. But meanwhile, on the Timberwolves, he's a damn monster. Like, I don't know what's going on with Randle.
It's all about fit. He fits well with that team. Like that team needed a second scorer, and he's that team's second scorer.
Cat was the second scorer. It wasn't like they didn't get nothing from Cat. The issue with Cat was always
you're bugging though. The Timberwolves last year, like they should have probably ended up in the finals. Like they just burnt out.
Yeah, why? Because Anthony Edwards kept on talking about Kyrie. Kyrie put that work on him, and Anthony Edwards ended up running out of gas. That's what happened, though. This year is different now. Everybody is now contributing on top of that. McDaniels is going in and taking on the assignment to take on the best perimeter player. Now you're starting to see Anthony Edwards is becoming less of a score at will, and I'm going to be a playmaker and make the right play. And then if I need to, I'll turn
also, that shout-out for Rudy Gobert was for what he did against the Lakers.
I don't even want to talk about that.
That was abusive.
He looked like prime Shaq with 25 and 20, all right? JJ Redick.
27 and 24, bro.
I don't even want to talk about it, but listen, JJ Redick, understand something. I get that it was your first year as a coach, and I understand that, you know what, you won 50 games for the Lakers, and we didn't have the personnel. But to not put one center in that game.
That was insane.
Brother, come on. As a coach, you should have known better. You had Rudy Gobert looking like Wembanyama in his prime.
Ty, they saying you look good on TikTok Live.
Yes, sir.
Who said that?
K.
Shout out to K. You already know. But, yeah, granted, the Timberwolves.
Let's get married.
Well, anyways, the Timberwolves, they've been whipping ass. They kicked the Lakers' ass in 5. Right now, they got the Warriors.
What I was really saying, though, like, in the West, anybody could beat anybody. Like,
nah, I think the Timberwolves got this in the bag.
Nah, I don't know. OKC, Denver.
You really think OKC is really going to prevail?
I think that Shea is just so tough. Shea is such a bucket.
Really?
Like, he's so tough.
He's been
and you know what?
Right
I'll say this, too. But the thing is that the Timberwolves and OKC low-key match up well. Like, Shea against Anthony Edwards, like, the OKC bigs and stuff. Like they kind of match up well against each other. Like, both teams. Like,
Harshine is nice, man. Gotta give it to him.
Yeah, I miss him.
Me too on the Knicks.
Gotta love it. And he's guarding Jokic well.
I saw Alex Caruso the other day. When I saw him shooting threes and mid ranges, kind of did it.
He locks.
He does, but he hasn't been shooting well though.
Like I've never seen somebody guard Shea the way he was guarding him. Like he even got stripped the ball from him. Like Shea is tight with that.
You also got to think about Michael Porter Jr. He's also hurt with the shoulder.
I mean, while I'm saying Shea, I mean Anthony Edwards.
I'll be honest, but with Jokic though, his last few games, let's see. He had 17 and 8 and 6, 20, 16 and 6, 27, 13.
Nah, they
now,
just.
granted, for anybody else, we sitting there saying, damn, that's a solid stat line. You know what? He put up, good numbers, whatever. But for a dude like Jokic, who's in the running for his third straight MVP, 4 MVPs in the last 5 years, these aren't the numbers that we're used to him seeing. Now, granted, yeah, he had 27 and 13 last game, but the assist numbers are down. He went 7 for 22 from the field. The game before that, 8 for 25. The game before that, 6 for 16. So, obviously, the defense that's being played on Jokic is being somewhat effective.
Yeah.
And it's forcing other people to step up.
They're doing their thing,
you
but
know what I mean?
But I still think like these playoffs are wide open. Like anybody can win. If you had to pick right now, who are you picking to win the chip?
I got the Timberwolves. But if they go against the Knicks,
I'm going with my bias.
I'm taking
Knicks,
the Knicks.
baby.
I'm taking the Knicks. I am.
Knicks in 6.
I am taking the Knicks. But I had another question for y'all too. Is it time for us to start taking Indiana serious?
Of course.
These last 3 years, Indiana's been showing that.
And they've been in the Eastern Conference Final last year and possibly this year again.
This year as well,
all right,
too.
let's play the game. Overrated or underrated?
Nah, Tyrese.
It's Tyrese Halliburton. Underrated or overrated?
I think he's underrated.
I think he's underrated.
Nah, he's underrated.
He's underrated as
Yo, like people
he's
always.
a point guard. That's
But people always see the regular season and be judging people off of that. But when it comes to postseason performers,
He plays well.
Tyrese Halliburton is.
He steps
is
it up
one of
another
them.
notch. That's why.
He's
On top
one
of
of
that,
them.
he's the definition of what a floor general is. Them Chris Pauls, John
And
Stockton.
that can shoot as well, can play
That's
deep.
what I'm saying. Like
That
those,
team is
those types
good,
of
man.
players, you want on your squad because when when everything gets real tight, the pressure starts building. That's the type of player you want. On top of that, his assist to turnover ratio is amazing. I think it's like 8 or 9 assists per 1 turnover he got.
All right, let's do it. Top 5 players left
In the playoffs,
In the playoffs,
you got Jokic, you got Shea,
Anthony Edwards is
Anthony
there.
Edwards.
Jalen Brunson's in that
Brunson is
conversation
in there. Now,
for
that fifth
sure.
spot could either go to Tatum or Halliburton. Either
Tough.
or. That's that right there. But right
I'll
now,
still take Tatum.
Tatum definitely in that conversation, top 5.
it's the little things that
I
Harry
mean,
does.
the first 2
man.
games against the Knicks, of course, he did
I
struggle.
don't know what's up
But
with
but
him,
this,
like-
but in game 3,
Remember, his wrist too is messed up.
Yeah, but
Bone
it's
bruise
still,
on your
like,
shooting. Bone bruise on your shooting hands.
Nah,
Nah, mess with you.
but his shot selection is like so iffy.
I
mean-
blame that on coaching because Missoula has been encouraging and forcing these dudes. Yo, man, just take the jump shot if it's right there. When it was Udoka and Brad Stevens,
Nah.
they had Tatum in the post on the elbow, making sure that
mean,
he was out.
Jason
every
Tatum
game.
gets a lot of hate though.
and
like,
then not only just that, but they missed 45 threes game 1.
I'm saying you
So
keep
it's
on
like,
taking it.
Nah, you have to take those shots. Now, if
they were missing
Brother,
wide open
when you're
shots.
6'8"
though.
and up, Tatum is 6'10".
I know.
Go drive.
is that this today's day and age NBA has taken away the beauty of the game when it comes to driving in the paint and actually scoring and using your
Can't
body
even
for
say
contact.
that because look at every other playoff series, right? The Timberwolves, they were doing horrible from the 3, right? Yet they found the way to win against the Lakers. Why? Because you know what? We're gonna attack that paint. If we're not hitting from the outside, let's switch back inside and let's go ahead, kill them on the inside. And then after that, once the shot starts falling, then we could go back to the 3. But we don't have to keep on forcing threes.
Of
Now
course
I
not.
get it. The Celtics' whole game plan, Missoula kept on saying, look, we're going to keep shooting. We're going to keep doing what we're doing, but you're not the Warriors. You don't have Steph. You don't have Clay. Yeah, granted, you have Tatum and you have Brown. Those are ill two-way hybrids where
Of
they
course.
kill in the post, they kill inside, and then if they're on a hot streak, all right, we're going to shoot the 3. At the end of the day, though, they should be in the post. Tatum, your favorite player is Kobe. He didn't launch every single 3 every damn time. He knew I got to get in the post. I got to use my footwork. I got to go ahead, get the double team to come over here. And then after that, if I can find an open man for 3 like Pritchard, White, Brown, Porzingis, Horford, then I can pass it out. But Tatum is on a mindset of he keeps on thinking about things before he does it when it should just be free flowing. Bro, you are in your prime.
Word.
Take over, do what you got to do. Stop letting the game dictate what you do. You dictate what you do on that court.
It's like how how people have been saying, oh, the NBA is looking for his next face.
He's supposed to be the face.
He's supposed to, but he can be the face.
He's supposed to be
But
that
the problem
face.
is that it's not like he has to drive, or it's not. I feel like the face
Bro,
of
I'm
the NBA.
tired of this conversation.
No.
Who's the face of the NBA?
It's Anthony
LeBron is still in the league.
Yeah, bro. LeBron is about to retire.
Curry's still in the league.
That's
Like,
not, but
you
that's
can't
not,
say that.
That's
year,
not
too.
what we arguing though.
Yeah,
What
bro.
we're saying is
like-
once they're gone,
Yeah, bro.
who is next up? Obviously, like we said,
all right, then start saying
Wembanyama,
who's next
Tatum.
up. And
Giannis.
if we're being honest, like,
But you also
why nobody says Shea? Shea has everything that
Because
people
Shea
think.
still hasn't proven to be a winner yet.
not only
Shea
just that, but
just won the MVP.
How-
His
when?
team.
When he won it, they still haven't even given it
Stop
out.
it.
They
He
haven't
won the
announced
MVP.
They still haven't
Stop
given it
it.
out.
they haven't
Stop it.
announced it.
Episode 1, was
Stop
he
it.
not going for Jokic to win
No,
MVP?
I said
I don't remember.
Shea. You
I don't
were
remember.
defending Jokic.
No, I didn't.
You could-
I wanted
pull
Shea
it
to
up.
win MVP.
Pull it up.
I wanted Shea to win
All
MVP.
right.
I put the clip back.
If you're really thinking about it, Shea, first seed this year, MVP, is about to beat the MVP in the playoffs.
It's 2-2, so let's not say about to.
I think that series goes 7. But anyways, keep going.
Yeah, I still think that they're gonna win.
It's still 50.
And then think about it, like when you think about the face of the NBA, it's just not about what you do on the court; it's what you do off the court. Him with his fashion and like literally, like when other players are like, "Oh shit, Gilgeous-Alexander, aura." Like you saw Giannis, he was like, "Ooh," he walks into the thing like.
You just got to think about it. The face of the NBA is not something you're given; it's something that comes to you.
You
know.
that.
So, and when that opportunity presents itself, you take it.
I think it definitely is.
You know,
like it could be Shea. I think it could be Anthony Edwards. It could be Wembanyama. It could be Cooper Flag. Like don't forget about Cooper Flag. He's coming.
We're still not talking about an unproven prospect yet. Let's.
Yo.
Not only that though, but
he's
the NBA draft lottery
Wemby,
today.
Wemby wants it. You can see in the way that Wemby plays and the way that especially in the All-Star game, how serious he took it. You could tell, all right, this dude is meant for
Yo, Wembanyama is on pace to become the first player in NBA history to make $1 billion in career earning in the next 10 years. That's insane.
Hold on, wait.
$1 billion. You hear that?
We also forget one player, Luka Doncic.
Oh my God.
Who got the first pick?
So, first of all, let's talk about this. The NBA draft lottery today. Which team could benefit the most
76ers.
from it? The Dallas Mavericks.
They got the first pick?
Got the first overall pick.
Look at how now everybody gonna have to give Nico an apology because now you get Cooper Flag.
Yo, Miriam Alderson definitely paid Adam Silver. You know that?
Yeah, for sure.
Yo, with all the hate that the Dallas Mavericks received.
No, not the Mavericks. Nico Harrison received. And
still, the Mavericks organization and Nico Harrison.
That's weird, bro.
That is crazy.
Collusion.
Let's really talk about collusion
now
here.
You can say collusion. Yeah. Everybody was coming for you for saying that word. Now you can say collusion.
Let's really talk about it now.
Yeah, that's rigged.
Some payments under the table had to have been done, you know?
Yo, when Kyrie Irving is healthy, Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson,
PJ Washington,
Cooper Flag is starting. Anthony Davis, Derek Lively.
And if not Lively, you got Gafford.
Yo, the Mavericks folded. They could have had Luka Doncic and Larry Bird on the same team.
They could have definitely had that.
Somebody said I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, but it seems awfully convenient that the Mavericks traded Luka to the NBA's biggest market and then got Cooper Flag in return months later, despite having 1.8% chance to land the #1 pick.
And who had the worst record this year?
It doesn't matter.
It's by lottery.
The teams that have the 3 worst record have the same odds.
No, but I'm saying like.
So it was Charlotte. It was Charlotte.
That's insane.
Who else? Who was the worst team in the West? Let's see.
I mean, the reason they
and the Spurs got the 2nd pick.
There's many reasons as to why people believe Luka.
Yo, the Spurs got the 2nd and 14th pick, which is not bad.
And the NBA just gave him a stimulus package. Was like, here you go.
Nah, the top.
But when they didn't want to give the Knicks
I'll say
Zion
this.
at the time.
If you want to talk about rigged, the NBA draft lottery might be rigged. Because guess who are the top 3 teams? The Dallas Mavericks, the Spurs, and the 76ers.
So wait,
that's crazy.
Wait. Didn't the Sixers just get Jerry McCain last year?
Look at what LeBron tweeted.
What did he tweet?
Laughing emojis.
Nah,
they already know.
Nah, that's a crazy team.
Nah, that is crazy though.
That's insane, bro.
Damn.
Miriam Alderson definitely paid the NBA some money.
I don't even blame him. And he's gonna be a huge star.
I mean, you gotta really think about why the Dallas Mavericks actually traded Luka. One is for the 2nd apron. They would have had to pay him $85 million a year. That's an insane amount of money for one single player.
So the teams that had the best odds were the Washington Wizards, the Utah Jazz, and the Charlotte Hornets. And none of those teams are in the top 3. They're actually 4, 5, and 6. That is nasty work.
That is nasty work.
But the good thing about this draft class is it's one of the deepest draft classes that we've seen in a while. But still, the Dallas Mavericks with the first overall pick.
That was agreed upon.
Meanwhile, they win in the play-in. They almost beat Memphis.
And I will say this. The Spurs are going to get a chance to add somebody like Dylan Harper or VJ Edgecombe or Ace Bailey. That's nothing to sneeze at either.
Stephon Castle, De'Aaron Fox, Wembanyama.
Yeah, I wonder what the Spurs do because Dylan Harper is a great prospect and everything, but they already have so many guards. The Spurs might trade that pick, try to get more capital.
Giannis.
But Dylan Harper.
Kevin Durant.
Dylan Harper's 6'6".
And that's another thing too.
Yeah, now that's the other way to think about it. All the draft capital, like Dallas is not trading that pick no matter what now.
You'd be surprised if
Nah,
Kyrie.
you
Wait, stop.
You taking Cooper Flag regardless.
Giannis Antetokounmpo to Dallas?
That's insane.
Because now he's looking to leave, and now if the Milwaukee.
Because think about it.
I mean, he gave his preference. He gave his preference.
But think about
he
it.
said Miami, New York, and
No,
LA teams.
time
LA
out.
teams.
Wait, you're all forgetting like Nico, whatever his name.
Nico Harrison.
Nico Harrison.
He was a Nike
He
executive.
said, "Oh, okay.
I want to play it.
We're in a 3 to 4 year window.
Yeah.
Like we got 3 to 4 years. If you really have that much time to win a chip, and imagine a front court of Giannis,
gonna be a lot of
Anthony
bricks.
Davis, and Derek Lively. Who's scoring on that?
Not only that though, but
The spacing on that team.
that's what I was
You
gonna
got
say.
Klay
The
Thompson
shooting.
and Kyrie though.
First off, let's relax on Kyrie only because we got to see how he looks when he comes back from the ACL.
Nah, he's also a free agent at
That's
the
why
end of the
player
year.
option, he's gonna accept
He might come to LA. He's seeing Luka and LeBron having a blast. I think the Lakers are gonna trade Austin Reeves
Yeah,
too.
I think so, too. That's
I
been
think
the-
this is gonna be a ton of moves. This is gonna be one of the best off seasons.
In a
I
while.
can't believe that we're about to see the top.
Not only that though, but wait, free agency too. You got Miles Turner becoming a free agent. You have Nas Reed becoming a free agent. You have Nickeil Alexander-Walker becoming a free agent. There's a lot of good players right now. That's about. To
I
be
think
free
the
agents.
trades are gonna be much more interesting.
Yeah, than the free agency signing. 'Cause there's free agents
Now, the
agents-
reason I bring that
There's
up
not a
though
lot
is
of good free
because-
agents, but the people available that are gonna be traded, you got to see what goes on with the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics aren't making any money right now. Like their salaries over all the aprons, their revenue and their salaries are almost the same thing.
Which is why ownership just sold it for $6 billion.
Yeah. Kevin Durant is leaving Phoenix. Does Phoenix also trade Devin Booker? There's a lot that's gonna happen. James Harden, what ends up happening with him? What happens with the Clippers? Like they've been in a weird spot where they haven't gotten anywhere. The Lakers are definitely gonna be making moves. The Spurs are going to be making moves. The Rockets are going to be making moves. This is going to be one of the best off seasons that we're going to see in a long time. I still can't believe that. The top 3 picks, Dallas,
look
San
at this.
Antonio, 76ers.
Now look at this.
This is a deep draft
So for
class.
free agents, right? You got
Very weak.
on every team. Nah, it's not weak at all. Ty Jerome's going to be available. Julius Randle's going to be available. Lonzo Ball's going to be available.
Unproven yet.
Here are the top odds to get Giannis.
Kristaps Porzingis.
Besides
is
the
gonna be
Bucks,
available.
Houston Rockets have the best odds. Thunder, Warriors,
I'm not gonna lie.
Spurs.
Giannis on the Rockets is real dangerous.
Of course.
It depends what you give up too. Like
Also, Giannis on OKC can help out a lot too.
And they have the
They
capital.
got the capital.
The only problem is paying the players. So a team like OKC
Yeah, small
is
market team.
not willing to give 2 players max contracts,
That is true.
which is a concern.
if you have the chance to
You
get
can't, bro.
Shea,
You can't. It'll shave off a
no,
lot
you
of-
can. You just won't have the depth. But that's a risk that you might be willing to take. Those are 2 of the top 5 players in the NBA.
I mean, we've seen it with Phoenix Suns, and look where their
If
ass is
you-
at in Cancun,
think about it.
celebrating and enjoying.
Nah, but
Kevin
those aren't-
Durant trying to get the fuck out of
but
Phoenix.
those aren't the same caliber players.
course.
Those 2 would be maybe 2 top 3 players in the NBA.
Oh wow.
That's tough.
Yeah, of
Next
course.
year,
That's high.
James Harden is a free agent too.
Yeah, there's definitely gonna be a lot of movements. I can't wait. I really want to see who loses early now. Like right now, like if OKC loses to Denver, they're gonna be
Oh, they're gonna be
very hungry
aggressive.
to
Very
make
aggressive in the trade.
changes.
Trade market.
Denver has to make some changes. Like this team is good this year. Like they
This
could make
team
some
isn't
noise.
good. No. This team isn't good. This team has Nikola Jokic. That's why they're good. Let's be 100.
Yeah, 100%.
The Nuggets. Because if there was no Jokic, that team is either an 8th seed or if not, they a playing team.
The
And if-
Timberwolves might make some moves. The Knicks are definitely making
they're
some
making
moves.
Timberwolves is 50-50 because if you lose Randall this year, who is it that you're going to get to fill in Randall's spot? You already lost Cat. You lost that future with Anthony Edwards. So now who is it
Should have
that
been
you're
them
going to
too,
go after?
bro.
Unless you go ahead and you make a trade package for Giannis
Wow.
to then mix him up with, or this is where it gets filthy. You pair Ant up with his role model, Kevin Durant.
Skip Bayless just posted. He was like, the Dallas Mavericks just landed their new Luka. They just hit the Cooper Flag lottery with a 1.8 chance. I like this team without Cooper Flag. Now I love it. Kyrie, AD, play.
I mean, you can't trust AD. He's made out
That's
of
what I'm
glass.
saying, though. And then Kyrie, we got to see how he looks when he comes back from the ACL injury.
Or
Because
if he comes back.
the reasoning as to why I say that, though, is because Kyrie's very shifty and he's skillful with the ball.
The number one pick is the most trending topic. The second most trending topic is rigged.
And look,
Definitely feels like somebody made a call at the NBA headquarters and said Adam Silver.
If the NBA was rigged, the Knicks would have landed a superstar 20 years ago.
That is not true because when
Zion
Zion was available in the draft, right, and they had the lottery, they got the third pick.
But he got pick number 1.
Yeah, if we're talking about a big market player who was destined, who should have came to New York, not the Pelicans.
Yeah.
You feel me? I get it.
But
The
another
NBA
thing too, though, was everybody was expecting that because
it's so funny.
they were saying history was going to repeat itself with the Patrick Ewing draft.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Everybody
He was never supposed to go
I was
to the
confident
Knicks.
with Zion.
He was never supposed to go to the Knicks.
Yo,
I thought Zion was coming to the Knicks.
I had my
Everybody
jersey.
thought
Yo, I had my jersey ready.
Remember, we was in the lunchroom. You was like,
Yeah.
bro, I'm telling you, watch, he's gonna pull up over here. I'm like, I don't know about that, bro, but all I know is
so the real conspiracy would be if
that the NBA tried to give a small market team a big market player.
no, the real
That's what it was.
Not that. It was like that the NBA told.
that, the NBA owned the
Wait,
Pelicans.
time out.
Back then in the
the
days,
conspiracy in this one would be: did the NBA trade Luka to the Lakers and tell the Mavericks, "Yo, it's okay, we got you. You're gonna get Cooper Flag."
I'm not gonna lie,
Or-
you can't.
Did the organization, and by the organization, I mean the owners, because remember, there was conspiracy that the owners wanted to go ahead and sell the team to then make it a casino.
No, they were trying to move the team to Las Vegas
To
to
then
make
make it into a casino.
yeah.
So
That's
now
how-
probably Silver got a whiff of that and was like, all right, I'll make it worth your while. I'll give you the number 1 pick. You can pick whatever superstar you want, whatever up and coming
Everybody knows who the first pick is.
Because Miriam
gonna be
Alderson,
Cooper
she's
Flag.
Miriam Alderson, or the Alderson family. They're the owners of the Dallas Mavericks, right? Her family comes from hotel chains, resorts, all that stuff. She's, I think, they're the second richest owner in the NBA
But
behind.
they're known for purchasing things,
Yeah.
rebuilding it, and then turning it into something that could make them
Like
their
what they're
money
about to do
back.
right now.
And now, with the whole Maverick situation, everybody was like, there's no way that you just trade your 25-year-old superstar that just got you to the finals.
Talking about the once in generational type player.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'll say this.
I'm
though.
not saying you still can't put Cooper Flag in that conversation yet because he's unproven.
Nah,
he is nice.
unproven.
He's amazing.
And he's
But-
a complete basketball
Of
player.
course,
Like,
of course.
He has handle.
But
he
we
shoots,
still haven't
he's
seen
athletic. He
Cooper Flag
defends.
in the NBA.
Yeah.
So it's like to take a chance on a prospect like that and trade away a already proven shot
right,
who's been in the
how
league for
about-
7-8 years.
All right, let's really talk
It's
about
tough.
it.
But it's the
What-
second apron that
What's
fucked it
his
up.
floor? What's Cooper Flag's floor? At the very worst, what is he?
Like, as a player?
As
As
a player.
a player. Like
That's
a
a
player
great question.
comparison, like at his worst.
He's like a number 3 or number 2 on a championship team.
And right now,
He could be a number
he
2,
would-
number 3.
right now, stepping into the NBA, he'll be
His
a great.
ceiling is Larry
he'll be,
Bird,
he'll be a.
Luka, KD type of player.
And you know
That's
what's
what I was
crazy?
thinking.
Like the first two, he's way more athletic than like,
Luka and Larry Bird, right?
yeah, he's way more athletic, and he could like, and that is gonna be oh, he could also defend. Although Luka's Luka, like
Yeah, DEI is in effect in the NBA. Anyways.
Yo, that's crazy. All right, but let's play a little game.
Yeah, let's play a game. Let's
Old school versus new school. Who would you take?
But this could be any sport or just basketball.
No, we're doing. These are
So
just
you have the
basketball
players?
today. So I got 5
let-
scenarios.
okay.
Who do you take?
Let's do multiple sports. Let's do baseball too.
Nah, but I already got a list of basketball, so we're gonna start off
Nah,
with
it's
these.
just since we talk too much about basketball.
Allen Iverson?
Wait. Before we get into that, all right, so we all agree that Indiana is for real. Because
course.
it went from Indiana to then we got the draft news. That's all it really is. All right, and then also, lastly, Cavs. Obviously, they were pretenders, correct?
Yeah, of course.
Because we've been saying
They also were hurt.
Donovan Mitchell actually said that he wanted to join the Knicks in 2022, but
Ben said that.
They were injured though. Like
But you can't say that when they just blew out Indiana by 20 2 days ago, and then last night got
they
their
were
ass
already
whooped by
down.
40.
They were already down 2-0.
Yeah, but then they won one in Indies. What I'm saying though,
I
You
know,
should've
but
went ahead and won
they
that game
lost
yesterday.
2 games when they didn't have all their players. Like you're already playing from a deficit.
Even then though, you should.
And Indiana's one of the best home court advantages in the NBA. They was not losing 2 games in a row. They were locked in.
Listen, when you're a team that's 64-18, you was the number 1 seed, and everybody was hyping you up. You should have went to work. But anyways, continue with the game.
All right, old school or new school? A new game we're gonna start playing. Allen Iverson or Kyrie Irving?
So what? Start a team.
We're starting off hard.
So wait, pause. So to like start a franchise around.
I think Allen Iverson. I'll start with Allen Iverson.
To start a franchise.
I think he's a more confident, complete player. When it comes to someone on the court.
All right, it could honestly be two different things: accomplishments or skill. Which I want to do.
Skill-wise,
Kyrie.
but damn AI, bro.
AI himself said, "I know Kyrie over."
He's gonna say that to get praise, of course.
He's
but
honest.
AI, bro, come on.
Very honest with himself.
MVP too.
I get that.
Led his team to a championship, to the finals.
All right, fine. We're gonna make it really simple. Who is the better player?
I go Allen Iverson.
Or Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson.
AI.
100% Allen Iverson.
If we talking pure skill, Kyrie, but better player, AI.
Allen Iverson.
Better basketball player.
It didn't matter what happened to AI.
Paul Pierce or Jason Tatum?
Ooh, Tatum.
Wow.
If we're talking about
I rocks with Pierce.
the truth,
Since day one, since Tatum came into the league, he went to the Eastern Conference Finals, Game 7 challenge.
No hate. Better basketball player, Tracy McGrady or Kawhi Leonard?
oh damn, Tracy McGrady.
Better
Tracy
basketball player.
McGrady, baby. I'm not allowed.
Nah, Tracy is tough,
The
but
only
I'm
player-
giving this one to Kawhi.
Yeah, I know.
Two-way player.
Kawhi,
But Tracy McGrady's the GOAT.
Kawhi had one of the illest playoff runs in
13
NBA
points
history.
and
The issue was when Grady was always hurt like Kawhi.
that too.
That always killed his stock, and they always said it was always him and Kobe neck and neck.
And think about it, like we're talking about like Tracy's injuries, but we're not even talking about all of Kawhi's injuries.
Right.
Like Kawhi,
I mean, when you really
Tracy had more real lethal type of injuries that really
Yeah,
derailed his career. 'Cause
like
he went
knee
from being
injuries.
the NBA scoring leader 2 years in a row.
at their best, who's better?
T-Mac.
T-Mac.
T-Mac was averaging 32. You remember that clip of Ty Lue? He was like, yo, so what was you doing at 25?
Averaging
I was
30.
averaging 30
Yo,
at
that
25.
was crazy.
And walked off. Didn't even dap him up. That's realness right there. You got to be
All right,
honest.
last one.
Look,
Better
he's-
player, Jokic or Hakeem? We're starting off tough.
You see, without Hakeem, there's no Jokic. So
Yeah,
I
no.
got to say Hakeem.
No lateral movement.
I'm hitting him with the lateral movement. Lateral movement. What are we talking about?
Nah, there will never be a big man in the NBA that had post moves like that ever.
That's what I'm
again.
saying. So without
That was
Hakeem,
so tough.
without Hakeem, we still doing the typical.
So he's
hook
the
shot.
originator. So I would say,
He is.
yeah.
You got to give it to Hakeem, man. You really do.
But damn, Jokic is like he's knocking on that door. Like he's giving a lot of these centers a run for their money right now.
Hakeem crawled so Jokic could run. That's just how.
That's a good.
Simple as
That's a
that.
good one. That's a good one.
Simple as that. That's how I look at it. Because there's not going to be another center that's like Jokic, and there never will be another Hakeem. I
That's a
mean,
good
even
one, that's a good
though
one.
we give a lot of comparisons with Joel Embiid and Hakeem, Hakeem never flopped the way that Joel did. On top of that, and no matter what Hakeem was going through, Ramadan. Joel Embiid gets a bump on his knee, he's out for 2 months. All right?
Yeah.
There's no disrespect to Joel. Joel, you're an amazing talent, but it's, in terms of like
Yo.
durability, you are ass, my guy.
I will say this though, Joel Embiid gotta get healthy. Like you.
How? You getting older, you're not getting younger.
Nah, but think about it. Jared McCain, Tyrese Maxey.
And now you got the
they're
number
about to
3.
add a Ace Bailey, a VJ Edgecombe.
Right.
With already Paul George. Paul George is gonna get healthy. He's gonna
Yeah,
be
he is.
better. Like they got a chance to.
Not only
do
that, but
some
you got
things.
Quentin Grimes too.
Yeah, and Quentin Grimes. Yeah, but I think
Snakes gave him away, man.
they
They
got.
got Martin on the bench.
I think the 76ers are another team that you could look to make a trade.
Yeah.
Like they got a lot of young talent. Like who's not to say that they don't trade for Giannis?
Because it won't work. If you got Embiid down there, obviously, remember,
Who says that they don't trade Embiid for Giannis?
What? First off, really think about it. Why the hell with Milwaukee? Why would I want to trade a dude who has a better motor
All
than
right.
Embiid, a better work ethic
All right.
for?
Because
I'm
he's
not
gonna
want
ask
that
for a trade.
injury-prone player?
But think about it: Joel Embiid, Jared McCain, and that pick, that can't get you Giannis.
No,
Cyrus.
injury prone, bro.
Cyrus, you're not taking that?
Well,
Hell no.
Jared McCain, the 3rd pick, and Joel Embiid for Giannis?
No, I already got one
that's a
superstar.
big baggage there,
Listen,
bro.
No,
listen.
that is the
I
best
got
player that
one-
they could get for Giannis. And
What?
If not him or
Embiid?
Luka.
That's a.
Him or Luka. That's it.
Yo, you're trying to.
Embiid?
The Lakers would trade Luka for Giannis. Maybe.
You want me to be honest with you? If the Nuggets come knocking on the door, y'all give you Jokic for Giannis.
They are not getting. The Nuggets would not make that trade at all.
They won't make that trade.
They would not make
It'll be
that.
the
the
same.
way
It'll be
that-
like flip.
that-
It'll be reverse. Same
Yeah.
shit.
With the way that Jokic it was unhappy with how Malone was treated, how he got kicked out, and how everything ended.
Jokers, you just know you're welcome to the Knicks. If you
Always. You always are welcome.
You're
welcome to LA as well.
All right, let's be realistic.
Knicks.
Who is the best player that Milwaukee could get for Giannis?
You gotta think about it. When I'm putting my general manager's hat on, or if I'm running a team, if I'm getting a pick in return, like a third overall pick, of course it can be lucrative, but it's also risk because I gotta make sure I make the perfect selection to complement my.
Because you always gotta think about it like this,
replace my star player.
Milwaukee lost Dame in the process. It's not like you're getting Dame back next year. He got a torn Achilles. He's gone for the year. So don't even think he's coming back.
I think they're gonna build towards the long term, but you need a stud. In all honesty, if I'm Milwaukee, I'm calling Dallas like, yo, what's up?
I need that number 1 pick right now.
Let's do it. You give me more picks. You give me Cooper Flag. You throw in a Derek Lively. Like I could.
Derek Lively. I'm gonna need me a Klay Thompson.
Nah, think about it.
Klay Thompson.
Think about it. They're building for the future. They done right now. They cooked. They're starting from scratch. Like you wanna start with young players. So think about it. Like you want like a Cooper Flag and a Derek Lively.
Another thing too, Bobby Portis is hitting the free agent market too. So it looks like Milwaukee's just gonna blow.
If I'm Milwaukee, I'm talking to
Dallas.
To Dallas.
Yeah, but that's if Dallas want to talk back.
Right. That's it.
Yo, listen, Nico.
He got
you can't mess this up.
No, wait. But then he also has a relationship with Giannis because of Nike.
Nah, but scratch that. If you're in a 3 to 4 year window, you go and get Giannis. If you want to win a chip
or KD,
that's starting 5.
You can get KD. You can get KD without giving
a good trade. You got all that. Phoenix. Milwaukee go to Phoenix.
But you're not trading the first overall pick for Kevin
I said Milwaukee could go to Phoenix.
They're not trading with Phoenix. Phoenix got no picks. I don't think they got any picks.
It's not even about picks.
I don't even think they have.
KD wants out.
Yeah, bro.
I'm not trading Giannis for KD right now.
You'd be surprised.
I mean, the one who has the leverage in the situation is Giannis.
And why would KD want to go to Milwaukee?
It's not about where he wants to go. It's about what the franchise would need.
Nah, they're not gonna do that. The NBA is not like that. The NBA just doesn't trade people just to trade them.
We just saw it this past season with Luka going.
Right, that was like a rare.
That was crazy.
Listen, anything is possible with the
anything
NBA
is
at
possible.
This moment.
But that one was like a once in a
generation. It was a once in a blue shit. Right?
It's like some shit that happened every 1,000 years.
Now, who's to say it doesn't happen again?
All right, but more look at it like this.
Impossible no more.
Look at it like this more. Where would Giannis want to go? Like, what team would make?
They said there's 3 options: LA, New York, and Miami.
Both LA teams
and Miami.
Yeah, but
I wouldn't want to go to Miami. Miami ain't got nothing going.
But if we're being real, the team that makes the most sense for him might be Dallas.
The Knicks.
The Dallas or the Spurs.
The Knicks.
And the Spurs now they got the 2nd overall pick. They got 2 picks in the lottery. You offer those 2 picks, Stephon Castle.
You guys asked me the last time would I be happy giving away Karl Anthony Towns for Giannis? Of course.
Easy.
In a heartbeat. Easy. I don't even got to think about it. Call me up, Milwaukee. I got you.
Oh, you want after all that? Yeah,
How old is Scott?
How
old is Scott?
I don't know. I think he's like
28, 29.
Yeah, I think he might be young.
I wonder. It's fascinating to think about.
He got drafted in 2015, bro.
Damn.
So
I think
29. Yeah.
The Lakers can't trade for Giannis. it's just stop.
That's insane, bro. They can't.
I never said that.
They got no package to give back to.
Brother, we had no package to give to Luka.
Nah, stop it. Actually, the Lakers have one package that they could get for Giannis, and that's a Luka for Giannis straight up.
That's messed up, though.
Unless we give up the whole damn team. When you give up Rui, AR, Van
I'm not taking that.
And then we still
I'm not like the only trade that I make with the Lakers if I'm the Bucks is I'll do it straight up.
You want Kuzma back? Take him back.
0 point
Kuzma. I'm not like bring him back. We're gonna need some shooting.
Yo,
he couldn't shoot shit. He had 0 points.
Yo, 0 point Kuz.
Nah, I'll take
0 points, bro.
I'll take Gary Trent too.
Nah, I'll take Gary Trent in a heartbeat without any doubt. I'll definitely take Gary Trent.
Yeah, but I think this offseason, man, it's crazy. The NBA is the best at getting clicks on social media.
Definitely.
Because
I mean the viewership was down. It's so bad they even bringing back Michael Jordan to become an analyst.
Is it?
Yeah, on Peacock.
On Peacock?
Yeah.
I mean, Jordan probably missed the game too.
Nah, I'm not like he's gonna be cooking people. I could already
is.
tell. He's like,
like this what we watching?
Like
he's gonna have a lot to say.
This dude works out at Chick-fil-A.
It says Michael Jordan to join NBC as special contributor for NBA coverage.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's gonna be elite for real.
Yeah.
Damn, I can't wait for that.
Nah,
I did.
The NBA is so
The return of the GOAT.
Right.
The NBA is what GOAT?
All right, let's relax before we get into this topic.
Let's have this let's have this conversation right now. Let's have this conversation.
You gotta be on camera for this conversation.
Before we get into it,
next
I
time.
did want to ask y'all, what is your top 5 greatest playoff performances that y'all have ever seen?
Playoff
You played your
performances?
game, now I wanted to play my game.
I say
I don't like playoff performances when it comes to like a single game. I like for series. Because, like, for series, like, that's a better picture. Like, if you...
All it takes is one game to change
Nah,
the
but
whole
if you
series.
sucked for
Or
5
win the series.
games and you win
I say one of the
game-
best playoff performances I've ever seen. I'm not lying. I'm not even the biggest LeBron or Kyrie fan, or like in terms of
That
you
game
know,
5 finals.
Yeah, but
2016.
40-40, that's like one of the best things I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
nah, they were clicking.
Yeah,
so
I've never
good.
seen
I got
anything.
3.
That's 80 points between them two.
I'll
right
be
there.
real. I got
Nah, but if
three.
we're being honest,
Three
like,
that comes
if
off
we
the dome.
think about it, like, we can't just all, like, when you think about it, like, you're gonna say, like, LeBron for, like, so many of them. But, like, if you really wanna, like, talk about it, like, greatest performances ever, like, that Giannis against that
Shut
Phoenix
up.
series,
I was about to say that.
that one was
The
tough.
50-point game.
Yeah,
it was
so
tough.
Yo.
to close out.
Yo,
Yeah,
and then
so-
on top of that, like, he was getting made fun of for not making free throws. Yo, he was making...
2.
He was making everything. He was blocking. He was dunking.
It's just like once you know you're chasing a championship and greatness, it's like it's always on your side. You see it. It's like there's only special players who can actually have that. You know.
Nah, certain people were meant to play in the postseason. Like, even, like, somebody like Rondo, like, yo, like nobody be like Rajon Rondo, like, this guy.
Playoff Rondo.
But in the playoffs, yo,
Ray
like,
Jean.
he was so tough.
I mean, for me, there's 3 great playoff moments that I've seen. Like, greatest performances ever.
Shot Ray Allen.
It had to be
45 LeBron close out
yeah,
Boston.
the
Now,
LeBron.
that was
The
different.
LeBron game 6 for sure, because I've never, like, that was the first time I see LeBron turn into that level. Granted, he had 40 pointers before he did what he did, cool, but that game was different. The 50-point game that Jason Tatum dropped in the Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals
the
against
Bucks?
Philly. No, against Philly.
Oh yeah.
That 50-point game, that was elite right there. That I had to give to him. I was like, okay, he's different. And then the performance that Jimmy Butler had against
Jimmy
the
Butler had some-
Celtics. Matter of fact, against the Milwaukee. When he led them back from that 20-point deficit
Yeah,
and
y'all
then
remember
took
T.J.
that 3-1
Warren
lead.
in the bubble?
That was
Yo, he was
that was
going
Michael
crazy.
Jordan. That was Michael Jordan in Orlando at that moment. Like, I'm not gonna lie, T.J. Warren was.
Nah,
going
there's
crazy.
so many good playoff. Like, for me, I'd rather not do a top 5. I'll be like top 5 final runs ever. Like, that would be
Final
better.
runs?
Like, people that like
Andre Iguodala.
Now you gotta think about Dirk, Kawhi. That
Dirk,
finals
Kawhi
run
is
was
also another one.
tough. LeBron, just pick whichever one you like the best.
I know a lot of people might not agree, but Kevin Durant also had one of the greatest final runs I've
Yes, he
seen.
did. 2017.
Yo, I'm not lying.
Listen, Braun had a 33-point triple.
I get it. He was on lower profile.
KD,
Yo.
he had 36 and
never
shot
seen it.
50+% from the field.
that's-
Another
I mean,
40+% from the three.
granted, the Warriors made it easier for him, but it was just.
Nah, they
Nah,
did.
that
It's just-
team was the greatest
he
team I've ever
showed
seen.
why he was that guy.
First of all,
When he has help, he's
that
different.
team. Just think about that team. That team is the greatest team of
They
all
really
time.
forced every NBA team to have 3 stars.
They had to.
Nah, bro.
that
It
team
wasn't
alone.
even their 3 stars. It was the system that was perfect for the 3 stars. Like, yo, like they were literally driving down the court, and they were all pointing at each other to pass the ball to. Like, any 3 of them were gonna make it. Like, Draymond would have the ball, and he'd be like, "Damn, who could I throw it to for this open 3-pointer? Steph, Clay, or KD?" That team,
I'm not gonna
nobody
lie.
beats that team.
We are
I don't even
leaving
care
out-
about any era, any team.
Hold on.
That team wins.
If you're talking about a run, we are leaving out one of the greatest runs to ever be seen within the NBA history, and that's Dirk Nowitzki.
Nah, that
Dirk
was
Nowitzki took down the Portland Trailblazers that had Brandon Roy and
Nah,
LaMarcus
he was
Aldridge.
a monster.
Second round, it had Kobe Bryant that
He
was
was
trying
a
to three-peat with Phil Jackson, Andrew Bynum, Pau Gasol. And then in the third round, he had to face Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook. And then finally in the finals, he faced the newly acquired and put together big 3 of the Miami Heat. All
He
right,
did
that
what-
right there, Dirk got my respect no matter what. It does not matter what it
And
is.
he did it with Sean Marion, Jason Terry,
Yes, he did.
Tyson Chandler.
Yes, he did.
You got 2 phones, bro?
You out here like the plug right now?
What's up with you, my boy?
I follow Kevin Gates.
Oh, yeah.
Tymesis Gates. You got it.
I would never have any other person.
Yo tengo dos teléfonos. That's how you sound right now.
Got 2 phones.
But
how are the Knicks doing so far?
I mean, the game has just started, so you know what? It looks like we're about to start wrapping up, so we could go watch this game. Right now, the Celtics are up by 2.
When I have a last conversation, who y'all think? If you was to pick one Major League Baseball player, Barry Bonds.
Not Barry Bonds.
Oh, listen.
Not Barry Bonds.
Or Aaron Judge right now.
Barry Bonds. And that hurts.
No postseason success. We're just talking about regular season success.
Gotta go
Barry.
Barry.
Barry Bonds is the greatest.
Also, Barry was great not only in the regular
He's
season,
the greatest
but the postseason
of all
too.
time. Like, I don't care that he was on steroids. He's the best. Like,
was it ever proven that he was on steroids?
It was.
Yeah,
When?
He was definitely on the roids.
It was for the ointment.
Because of the cream?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
He said it was a cream.
Like-
he didn't know he was prescribed steroids. Apparently.
It's prescribed to you by his doctor. Yeah, it was his trainers, wasn't it?
I'm not lying. For me, like him and A-Rod, like they're two of the like pure talent baseball wise. Like those two dudes are like two of the best baseball player
Ken Griffey
talents out of
Yeah, the crazy part.
I'm talking about them two because they were in the steroids.
The crazy part about it is that
A-Rod is my favorite player of all
A-Rod-
time. Like,
A-Rod never failed the steroid test. He admitted to it.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
That's even worse, though. I'm gonna be real with you. Like, he used to try to tell me that all the time. He used to be like, nah, bro, it don't matter. He admitted to it. He never got caught. I'm like, bro, that's like you catch a body, and then they don't figure out it's you, but you go ahead and you say, yeah, I did it. It was me.
I
did do it.
mean, if I'm being honest.
Guilty, bro. No matter what. You're still guilty no matter what.
Nah, you're guilty. You're
It is what it is. And if A-Rod,
as a player, I'll still take A-Rod over like a lot of people.
Of course.
A lot of people.
do you think he has the greatest righty swing of all time?
Yes.
Damn, I don't know.
Over Manny Ramirez?
A-Rod is better than.
I don't know, bro.
I said righty swing.
and
I said
his
righty
ju-
swing. I'm not talking about skill. I'm
Yo,
just talking
I'll
about
say
swing.
this.
Albert Pujols too.
Albert Pujols.
Nah, I'll take A-Rod.
Miguel Cabrera.
Yeah.
Nah, A-Rod is way better than Miguel Cabrera.
Yeah.
No, I said
And
righty
his
swing.
generation.
Righty swing.
I mean,
I'm not talking about accolades.
if I'm being honest, when I play MLB The Show, to be honest, and I put my career player, I go with Manny Ramirez swing. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Manny's right swing is
That
ill
swing is
too.
beautiful. bro.
Who's the best player in that era? In A-Rod's era.
You had Jeter that was still killing.
A-Rod is better than
Nah,
Jeter.
A-Rod is 10
in
times.
terms of rate.
A-Rod is 10 times better than Jeter.
You got on my ass because I said I'll take Kevin Durant over Larry Bird. You was like, accolades. And meanwhile, Jeter was cooking with accolades right around.
Oh my
but
God,
you-
bro! A-Rod got more hits than him. Nah, I don't think he has more hits.
He was
than
a better
him.
defensive player.
He was a way better defensive player.
Facts.
He was a better shortstop than him.
Had more home runs,
Yo, you wanna
RBI.
think about
But in
it?
his era, who won more
Had more
championships?
MVPs.
I mean, but you also gotta understand, the Yankees built the dynasty
I'm not
around.
lying, though. You cannot
around
say
Jeter.
that
Nah,
because
nah.
Before
Nah,
Jeter got
baseball-
there, were they winning?
I don't look at.
It was a 15-year drought before Jeter
baseball-
got there, right?
Yeah, but
nah,
I don't.
baseball,
right.
baseball.
What are we talking about right now?
Nah, baseball is the
yo,
only sport that you
I don't
cannot
need a World Series to classify you as a great
literally.
player.
A-Rod was on the team with Ken Griffey Jr. What are we talking about?
Nah,
What are we talking about?
baseball is
A-Rod
the
is
what?
better.
It does not matter.
Are
Baseball
we
A-Rod is
forgetting
better.
this?
Nah, baseball is not the.
A-Rod is better.
Wait. Look at who was on A-Rod's team when A-Rod got drafted for the
Mike Trout
Mariners.
might go down as one of the greatest baseball players ever, and he's
Never.
made the postseason like twice. Like baseball,
Once, actually.
Baseball is even worse. Baseball is the ultimate like team sport. Like
Okay,
not
but
one
you
great
just
player.
said in his era, who was better than A-Rod?
Okay, now
I
look at-
brought up a nigga that got 4 rings in A-Rod's era.
Five.
How many?
5. One of them he won with A-Rod, so
Yeah,
that's why I say 4. 4 rings in
Yo,
A-Rod's era.
but this is why.
They had a 3-peat.
I bet, but
Nah.
look at this.
And beat A-Rod in the
Alright,
playoffs.
Just
Nah,
stop for a second. When
A-Rod
Derek
is
Jeter
better.
and A-Rod were playing the same position,
No, A-Rod was a better.
A-Rod
Yo,
was always
That
the starting
is not
shortstop.
The argument.
Yo.
The same argument that you have with me with KD and Larry Bird was
yo.
Larry Bird's
It's-
athletes
it's-
speak more.
Yo,
It's a different
in terms
sport.
of stats, wins above replacement, A-Rod leads him by more than 40 games.
Easy. I'm
Bro,
not
40
saying.
points.
Listen, I'm not
Nah.
saying Jeter is better than A-Rod. That
No,
didn't
he's
come out
not.
my
So
mouth.
stop talking.
That didn't come out
So
my
stop
mouth.
talking.
That didn't come. First
So
off,
stop
you should be the
talking.
last person to talk when you was the number 1 person saying Cade is better than Jalen Brunson. All right? You don't talk to me right now.
Yo,
you talking about
Yo,
who was better than A-Rod
Yo, bro, you're
in his era.
Nah, you
Jeter had
had
4
day room.
rings, a World Series MVP, an All-Star MVP. He was that guy. So much so, A-Rod was hated on him so bad on a Sports Illustrated magazine. What are we
Yelling.
talking about?
Yelling does not make you right.
Oh, like you?
And this, you're
A-Rod's
so
so bad.
stupid right now because you're literally arguing. What are you arguing? Because you're saying that A-Rod is better.
I am.
He's saying that A-Rod is better. He's still arguing with me.
First off,
So what are you arguing
as
about?
the better player,
Bro.
A-Rod is better. But he said, and I quote, Yo, in Alex Rodriguez's era, who was better than him? All I said was, damn, accolades-wise, Jeter was better. Did I not say that?
I mean, accolades-wise, he is.
Did I not say that?
So Larry
Yeah, he is,
Bird
but-
doesn't have more MVPs than...
That was your whole argument against me that whole time.
Larry Bird has more... Just like A-Rod has more MVPs than Jeter.
Yes. Same way.
So what are you saying?
Yes.
But you're
did he
arguing about nothing.
Hold on. Did he not sit here and say, I'll still take Bird over KD any other day? Even though we both agree KD is a better player than Bird,
I'm
right?
saying talent-wise, like who's better, skill set-wise, whatever, KD's better. But Larry Bird has more accolades.
And that's what I'm saying about Jeter. So we saying the same shit.
No, you're not.
All right, bro.
Because A-Rod has more both. A-Rod has more accolades and is better than him.
What, he has more MVPs?
More Gold Gloves.
How many gold gloves he got?
You could check. They were playing the same position.
Asking.
That Jeter has more gold gloves.
Exactly.
I bet.
So what are you talking about?
Alright,
Jeter should have
but
not
think
won
about
all
it like
5
this.
of those.
When they were playing, when you take Derek Jeter playing shortstop and A-Rod playing shortstop, that same time span, A-Rod was way better than
A-Rod
him.
was considered the greatest
way
defensive
better than him.
Again,
defensive shortstop.
if you rewind this, and I hope people rewind this, his question was, who was better than A-Rod in his era? All I said was, accolades-wise, Jeter was better than him. He
He's
won
not.
more than him.
Bro, A-Rod has... How many more... Did Derek Jeter ever win an MVP?
No, he
Nah,
never
he
got
never
to.
did.
Bro, how many does A-Rod have?
He has 3.
At least 3.
He has 3.
That's cool, bro. Like,
They have
he
to,
wasn't
listen,
even
listen,
the most
listen,
valuable player
listen.
ever.
Yo, listen.
Stop
His
it.
fault. That's
Listen.
not his fault.
What you mean? What?
not his fault.
It wasn't his fault that he never won an MVP?
That's not his fault.
Yes, it's literally your fault.
Brother, he finished top 2, top 3 in a lot of those
Bro,
categories.
nah,
But they
one
didn't
time.
give it to him because he had the
That's
best team in the
That's
MLB.
the stupidest thing I've ever heard somebody
he's
say.
What the fuck you talking about?
Every player controls whether they can win an MVP or not. You gotta perform.
How? The man had a 350 batting average at one point. He didn't even win MVP for that year.
Because he didn't have the
Because
best
batting
season.
average is not a great stat to determine how good of a
He
hitter
didn't have the best season.
is.
So,
Batting average don't matter.
Alex Rodriguez.
He did not have
had a better season than Jeter that year?
Yeah, he did.
He did. Stop it.
How?
He did.
By having a better year than him.
How?
Bro, Jeter probably had like 18 home runs with that 350 batting average.
Even then, that man contributed to winning.
That's cool. Baseball is not the sport to judge off of winning. Like, bro, like the best. Mike Trout was the best player in baseball for like 10 years and couldn't even make the. Bro, first of all,
I
the
agree.
Angels had the 2 best players in the world at one point, and they still couldn't make the playoffs. Matter of fact, they couldn't even be 500. Bro, baseball is a whole team sport. Like, you got 5 pitchers, a bullpen, and 9 people playing the field at a
Now,
time.
let me ask you
like,
something.
Yo, the baseball is tough.
When it came to postseason success, who was better?
Nah, Jeter kills A-Rod in that. But even when they
So
were...
all this bullshit you telling me about the regular
All right,
season.
let's go. Watch this. Stat for stat. We're going to take overall stats, and then we're going to take awards.
Bro, he's
and
saying
everything.
stats when I said I'll take A-Rod skill-wise over him. Only thing I said was accolades-wise, Jeter got
Yo,
it
you
over
know what's
him.
crazy?
also-
That's it.
listen,
Yo,
listen.
what
That's
was
the only
Jeter-
thing I
Yo,
said.
Listen,
I'm going to kill him right here. Yo, what was Jeter's best attribute?
His best attribute? Damn, that is
Contact,
really tough.
right? Hitting for average.
Hitting for average for sure.
Jeter doesn't have a batting title, and A-Rod does. Done.
Okay.
Done.
Okay.
Not only just that, but you also got to think about it.
Yo,
You put
he has more WAR, more home runs,
Yo.
more RBIs.
Let's be
better
honest.
OPS.
If you
He's
put-
arguing something that I said, I think A-Rod is the better player. But in his era, Jeter succeeded more than A-Rod did.
All right, let's talk
That's
about
all I said.
In terms
And
of-
this
in
dude
terms
has
of win-
gone extra mile when I
Oh,
sat
okay,
here
fine.
and said facts.
Fine. You
A-Rod
said-
is the better player.
All right,
Listen, I'm
but
gonna
in
get
his
my-
era,
Who has more
Who
accolades?
won?
So you said that Jeter has more accolades than A-Rod?
I said accolades-wise, he does.
Okay, cool. Let's get you one more time.
Yeah.
Jeter has more championships.
This is
Cool.
the MVO podcast for you guys.
All-Star
Yeah.
appearances. They have the same. MVPs, A-Rod has more. Batting titles, A-Rod has more. Jeter has more gloves. But when it comes to Silver Sluggers,
A-Rod has 10.
10, Jeter has 5. And he probably won a lot of those while they were playing the same position. So who has more accolades?
They around neck and neck.
Oh my God! It's 4-2.
4-2.
Yes.
Okay.
And he has more home runs, more RBIs,
Right.
better OPS,
Right.
more WAR.
Right.
The only thing that Jeter has over him is
Again,
hits and stolen
I
bases.
said
batting
here, the
average.
better player
Bro.
is A-Rod.
Who has more accolades?
The better player is
I just
A-Rod.
I just
But
proved to you that he has more accolades.
you also got to understand, this is also the problem with this conversation. If you put Derek Jeter in Cincinnati, we would not be having this conversation right now.
And I hear a lot of people say that.
Who's
But it's
not
true, it's
Cincinnati?
true.
I hear a lot of people say
he would
that.
be Joey Votto.
Yeah. Nah.
You see how disrespectful he became, bro?
What, bro? Joey
Joey
Votto's gonna be a Hall of Famer.
I don't know about it. He's a Hall of Fame of good.
That's
Not Hall of Famer.
That's it.
Joey Votto's not Hall of Fame.
But we wouldn't even look at Jeter the way we look at Griffey. If Jeter played in Seattle his entire life, like, but it's not fair. A-Rod is one of the greatest players of all time.
That's not what I'm disputing.
You just disputed who has more accolades. I just proved to you that A-Rod has more accolades.
Brother, your question was, all right, now listen. Your question was, in A-Rod's era, who was better than him at that time? The only thing that I said was, damn, accolades-wise, Jeter had won 4 championships in his era.
Yeah, that's
If a
cool.
dude, now, hold on. If we sat here and we said, damn, LeBron was the best in his era, one person could make the argument and be like, but Steph won 4 rings in his era. You got to take that into account, bro.
Nah, but
when
you,
Jeter had his own...
That wasn't your argument, though. Your argument was that Jeter has more accolades than him.
Yeah,
and he doesn't.
Championships actually mean more than all this silver slugger shit that you're talking about.
It does.
But
that's not A-Rod's fault.
World Series MVP.
Bro, he played for the Texas Rangers for like...
You see how he just said it's not his fault, right? I just said that about Jeter not winning MVP. He said, what the fuck you mean it's not his fault? He can control
it's not the same thing, bro. An MVP is an individual award. A World Series is a team award. MVP and World Series are two
MVP?
What?
World Series MVP?
That's an individual award.
Jeter got that.
No, he's talking about a world. He's talking about a world.
Got 3 whole MVPs, like
right. And after he won those MVPs, he was shit in the
playoffs.
playoffs.
2009 World Series, who was better? A-Rod or Jeter?
Easily A-Rod.
Thank you.
If it wasn't for A-Rod, they would have not won.
Now, I always say that shit.
Like,
bro,
but again,
come on, like,
the knock on A-Rod, though, before that 09 World Series was what? Yo, he can't get it done in the playoffs. He always struggles.
He probably deserved the MVP over Matsui. Like,
nah. You bugging
like, maybe.
It
was off of one game that Matsui got that day. Like, that game when he hit all those home runs.
Nah, he was hot. He was hot all
series.
series.
Was super hot.
But there's no question that the best player on that team was A-Rod.
Of course. We all know that.
Just making sure.
And then guess what? Brian Cashman said I can name 10 better shortstops than you to Derek Jeter.
I mean,
that's kind of fucked up.
In that era, though?
Yeah, he said Hanny Ramirez is better than you.
Nah, that was crazy.
He did say Troy Tulowitzki.
Yeah, Troy Tulowitzki too.
Nah, Troy Tulowitzki in his prime.
But you also gotta think about it when advanced sets are taken into consideration. Of course, A-Rod is a better player. Now, granted, listen, hold on.
Too.
No,
like without them too, like he's the better player.
Yeah, but granted, Derek Jeter did play for a better team. We're talking about possibly one of the greatest teams ever assembled in MLB history.
That team
is
here.
The 98 Yankees, bro, and just alone, playing on that team, I could be a bench player and I'd still be considered.
Hold on, I hate that shit because
it is a great team.
Hold on, before Jeter even got on the Yankees, they were struggling. And
of
they
course,
couldn't figure it out.
But they made the playoff the year before.
Yeah, the year before.
That team was stacked, bro.
The year before, but Jeter wasn't playing. Neither was Posada. Neither was Petty.
They were still rookies.
Exactly.
Yeah,
the next year that they did play, that's when they won. They won 4 chips out of the last 5 years.
Nah, of course, I know.
It wasn't because we signed a big free. No, it was because we brought these young studs up. And they contributed.
But my argument is also that in that same time period, A-Rod was playing better than Derek Jeter. In that same time period, like Jeter was winning those World Series, A-Rod was a better player. No general manager in the league would have been like, Derek Jeter, A-Rod, I'm going to take Jeter.
10 times out of 10.
Like, in terms of talent, yes. Skill, yes.
What 100%. You mean? No, don't say talent and skill. He was performing better than him.
But if Cincinnati right now, if Cincinnati has to pick between A-Rod or Derek Jeter, you're picking
Everybody's going to take A-Rod, yes.
Bro, even this current team, if you be like, yo, you get to add A-Rod or Jeter to this team, then I'm like, yo, like, bring A-Rod back.
I mean, that's not. Let's be honest. That's Derek Jeter for the Yankees. Talking about one of the greatest Yankees to put on the pinstripes.
Stop it. If you told them you get prime A-Rod, prime Jeter on this Yankees team, who do you want? They're picking prime A-Rod. And he could play shortstop or third, whatever.
But you making Jeter sound like he was such a scrub,
nah,
bro.
I'm not saying that he's a scrub. He's a Hall of Fame baseball player, one of the greatest shortstops we've ever seen. But A-Rod was just that much better. Like
A-Rod was way better.
Bro,
was he the first shortstop to ever have a 40-40 season?
Who?
He was
something.
He was 40.
Bro, he was playing Gold Glove defense at that too.
He was 40 around that time.
And the great part about it is that when the Yankees traded for him to Texas, they gave up Alfonso Soriano, who also
he was a beast. He was a real second baseman.
Nah, but A-Rod, hitting 50 home runs, hitting 340, 350, like he was going crazy,
the knock on him
and
was
playing great defense.
But not the steroids. Like, forget the steroids. Fuck it. You did steroids. It is what it is. Shit happens. The knock on him was he didn't win enough. Because then when you got to the Yankees, there's no way that you only won one championship out of your whole team.
But that's not
I will
his
say
fault,
that was so disappointing.
That's not his fault, though, I would say.
How?
Because you got to think about it as more of a collective team sport.
Brother, The years that he was struggling in 06,
yeah, but
05.
he still could be the best player on the team. But if the team doesn't get those 27 outs to win a game, everything has to click.
The same ridicule that we give Judge was the same ridicule that A-Rod.
Look at Shohei Ohtani in the World Series. He didn't play well.
Look at
he had a fucked up shoulder.
Still, that's what I'm trying to say. It don't matter about the
If he
team.
was healthy, I guarantee you.
And baseball's also the
100%.
only sport that the best team doesn't always win the championship. Like, and baseball, like baseball, like usually, like if you had, like, for example, like in the NFL, when you look at, like, they don't be like, oh, surprise, this team is in the Super Bowl. Like, it's usually like the team that has like the best record, like
better players,
like those teams always make it. Like, it's very like you don't see like teams that often in the NFL go from wild card to like World Series and like to Super Bowl. But in baseball,
it's more common.
Like in baseball, like you have a team that wins like 90 games, 85 games, beat a 110 win team. Like, it's crazy. Like, just think about it. Just think about it like this. Like the Dodgers, you say the last 10 years, like the Dodgers probably had the best team like a bunch of those years, and they got 2 chims.
They set the win record for their franchise and then got bounced out in the first round.
Yeah,
it happened.
Yeah,
that's the
Diamondbacks and the Rangers played each other in the World Series a couple years ago. Like nobody expected that.
It was so bad that
I expected Rangers. I called it. Like, if I could call Steph right now, he'll tell you. I was like, yo, the Rangers.
It was so bad that World Series that they had to call the Yankees and Dodgers. But like, yo, we need you in the World
next
Series.
one. We gotta recoup after what happened.
Because and the views on that World Series.
On top of it was a blowout.
That's why I'm alluding to the fact, right? The last time a team has won back-to-back World Series was the Yankees, the 90s Yankees.
We was the last one to have a three-peat.
So that's what I want to say. It's not easy to win a World Series. It's so hard to win in baseball in general that when you're basing off stats and individual accomplishments for a player, you're not looking for a World Series award in his career path.
Like, think about it.
You could win a World Series and be like, okay, this is an add-on. Like Albert Pujols, for example, 1-2. That's an amazing add-on. But no one's gonna be like, oh yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Albert Pujols did have 3 home runs, in the World Series.
But also think about it like this, like
and he performed.
You could hit 3 home runs in a game, and your team could still lose in baseball. Like,
I seen like when Ohtani was on the Angels still.
Bro, him and Mike Trout used to go
like 4 for 5 apiece.
Bro, just think about it like that. Like, think about it like that. Like the Angels had the 2 best players in the game. In the NBA,
and they still didn't even crack the playoffs.
If you got the 2 best players in the league in the NBA, like everybody's talking like how unfair it is. Like in baseball, they'd be like, yo, but like show up and play.
Show up and play.
You're gonna win 60 games.
It takes the other 24 players to win a championship. That's how it is.
I mean, I get it, but at the same time, though, y'all do know talent matters too.
Talent,
of course,
100%.
But if you don't know how to develop those talents, because
there's a reason why the Yankees made the World Series because of one addition, Juan Soto. Why? We needed a bat after Judge that could also contribute.
Yeah, but it also matters on the fact that
I was gonna say that team also had.
Yeah, they had good relievers, good pitching.
Staff,
it all clicked.
Everything has to come to fruition,
of course.
But on the offensive side, you know that all it takes is 1 or 2 players to change your whole offense, bro.
Yeah.
But like, if you take like some of the best in modern baseball history, if you take some of the best players, none of them have World Series. Like Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds went to the World Series in 2002.
But did he win?
Lost.
Exactly. Mike Trout, no World Series.
And I was
Ken Griffey, no World Series.
I was saying this the other day.
Like, it's tough. It's hard.
I had a debate with Steph and my boy Devin. And the debate was, whose career would you rather have? Would you rather have Mike Trout's career or Aaron Judge's career? I said Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge any day of the week.
And they was like, oh, you crazy. I said, you got to really think about it. Aaron Judge has been able to go to like 4 ALCSs, a World Series.
I know Mike Trout has been miserable.
Right. Not only that, Judge is on pace to get his 3rd AL MVP, which will tie Mike Trout.
I think
have the same amount of MVPs.
I think in terms of the better player I've seen, I think Aaron Judge is better.
Yeah.
Better player?
Yeah, me too. I'll take Judge over
prime Mike Trout. Yep. Better player?
Yep.
I think
he leads them in batting average. Aaron Judge has even close to the same amount of home runs as him. Better OPS plus. Nah, bro. I'm taking
just think about it from like his rookie year on. Like, in all honesty, like,
he should have won MVP that rookie year.
Yeah, he should have won it.
Jose Altuve.
And this year he's gonna win it. Think about it, Judge. That means what? He won 3 MVPs in the span of what, 4 or 5 years? Basically. Like, bro, that's tough.
Listen, look at this.
And like, like, I wouldn't be surprised if next year he comes back and does the same thing. Like,
right now
I don't think he's gonna age crazy.
He's still batting 400.
Yeah. Yo, but listen to this. This is with Mike Trout having 500 more games than him played in his career. Mike Trout does lead in plate appearance. He does lead in hits.
Of course.
Right? But in home runs, Mike Trout has 387. Judge has 327. Yeah, right? RBI, Mike Trout has 972. And Judge has 755. Stolen bases, that's nothing we're gonna look at.
Trout.
Trout takes that one.
Nah, but forget about stats. Better prime.
Hold on.
Better prime.
Judge is better.
Judge.
Of course.
I mean, it's neck and neck for me.
Yo, batting average, Mike Trout has him by 3 points. But in terms of on base percentage, Judge got him. On slugging percentage, Judge got him. OPS plus, OPS, Judge got him. And you also got to think about it. He's played more years than Judge in the league.
Yes.
So,
also,
I think Judge, man.
A lot of the stuff that Mike Trout has
dealt with his injuries.
Besides the injuries, though, it's been self-inflicted because you could have left the Angels. You didn't have to stay there.
I wish you would have.
You decided to stay there for $425 million, which I get it. It's for your family, generational wealth.
Of course.
But you had a chance to get out of there and go to a team that could have won. Like how Ohtani did
the Yankees.
The first year.
There was a bunch of rumors that Mike Trout was supposed to be Yankees.
So was
I think they're gonna trade him. Like but like I don't know who wants to trade for him. Like he's always hurt.
Not only that though, but who has the capital to take on that contract? That's a 15-year contract.
Nah, the thing is that
nobody's taking that. Nobody's trading for that contract.
That's what
I don't know if they send a bad contract back. Because think about it, like a player like Stanton got a couple years left.
No, next year his contract ends up going back to a regular contract. So now we're gonna trade Stanton to then get another big ass contract.
I'm not saying.
Look,
the Angels are gonna have to eat money.
Mike Trout is not playing well this year. One, and he's also been injured.
How many years Trout got left on his contract?
He got like 10 more years.
Nah, no way.
Probably 8.
I think he got a lot left.
He got 8 because he signed that contract around 2020, bro.
How old is Mike Trout?
He's 31, 32.
It was just up. It was just tied up. By
a lot could change when you have a combo.
Yeah, they be making those threes like crazy.
That is bad.
Yo, hold up.
He's 33. There's no way that he has 8 years. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Those baseball contracts are crazy.
Let's see how much. I got it right here. Hold up.
When did he sign the contract? I remember it was around 2020, 2019.
Yo, it feels like forever ago that he signed that contract.
He has 1, 2, 3, 4. He got until age 38 season. And then he's
7 years, 6 years.
What do you mean, 5 years?
5 years?
He's 33.
33 now?
That's not bad, honestly. He deserves it, to be honest.
But 5 more years.
Yo, you know what's crazy?
40,
I feel like
million?
he's one of those players that if he ends up like on a really good team, he's gonna play through all those injuries.
This is what I'm saying though.
Like
some of those injuries he has, bro, the
healthy.
team will tell him, yo, just sit down, bro. There's no point of you even playing. That's really what it is.
He's for sure gonna be a
crazy
Hall of
because
Famer. So.
like he's gonna be a Hall of Famer, but like his career would have been crazy. If
he's still young. I mean, he's relatively young, 33.
Bro, he needs to get up out of Dodge, go to a team that actually means something. Whether it could be Philly, whether it could be New York, whether it could be go to L.A. Dodgers is just giving money out just because.
The problem is Trout has a no full trade clause requiring his approval for any potential trade.
And again, this is why I say it's self-inflicted. Because if you truly did want to win, and if you truly did want to change your scenery, you could have been asked for this. But you still keep on enduring mediocrity, failure, for what? You don't owe the Angels nothing.
It's like I had this conversation with Tamises the other day and Juan and Julian. I said, yo, would you take a 5-year, $350 million NBA contract, or would you sacrifice pay and win NBA championships? I said, me personally, I'm taking the money.
It depends. How much is my contract for the championship?
Yeah, word.
Am I getting like $250 million?
Nah.
Yeah.
Let's just say you're
like
let's say you're a bench player, I guess, making $50 million for 5 years.
Nah.
So 10 years.
I'm taking the 350.
Brother, I'm a bench player and I get to win a chip.
I'm taking a 350. I wouldn't.
But it all depends. It all depends on what you determine your legacy is, right? So, would you want to be known for Robert Horry?
Bro, nobody. Bro, like I was about to say, bro, nobody remembering the. Who you think gets remembered? Who you think gets remembered more at the end of their careers? Robert Horry or James Harden?
I mean, Robert Horry is still relatively.
Yeah, everybody brings him up. But I'm not saying
over James Harden.
No. You're not listening.
Bro, but that's what I'm saying. Think about it. If
Bro, he has the nickname Big Shot Bob for a reason.
Nah, but think about it like this. Like, if you have a 5-year, $300 million contract, you're a superstar. So, like, you're a really good basketball player. Like,
I wouldn't say even superstar. Like, they gave Bradley Beal that money. He's not a superstar.
I mean, he was a super. He was
he had no choice. Who else was on his team?
Yeah.
But it's like you're basically saying who gets remembered more, Charles Barkley or Robert Horry.
But does it really matter to be remembered? Like, at that point, you can still build your legacy outside of basketball.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, if you're a superstar,
you have enough money to help
legacy.
others. Like, literally. Like, if I had $300 million, I could give $200 million away and I'll be good.
Like, I could build a school.
More than that. I could build the hood up.
Yeah, like, literally.
Generational wealth for everyone.
Yo, everybody free rent.
Everybody get $100,000 a piece.
Everybody free rent for 2 years.
Facts. But this is the very end of this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry that we had to yell. Sorry that we had to make you put your
no sorry. That's just real.
Wrong.
No sorry for that. That's real authentic.
It's okay, Jaron was
real authentic
wrong.
shit,
man. For a person
man.
that said Kay Cunningham was better than Jalen Brunson, I'm not going to take his word any other day.
But
I love him like my brother. Brothers fight. It is what it is. It is what we do. I'm your host, Jaron. My co-host, Ty, is here. We'll see you on the next episode. Peace.
Nico Harrison.